Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Unfriended, Dark Web. Quick story. I kept seeing this when I always search to see what DVDs are coming out that I can watch and do a review of. This kept popping up, Unfriended. And I'm like, I've seen this. I think I did a review on it. I know I've seen it. It has that girl from, not Walking Dead, but the other one. Before the Walking Dead. Whatever. Fear of the Walking Dead. And she's in that, and I'm like, why does this keep showing that it's coming out? I saw this a while ago. I finally realized this is Dark Web, so it's like a sequel to it, or a second iteration of it. Evidently some kid receives a laptop, some teenager gets a laptop, and the previous owner's not only watching him, but doing whatever they can to get it back. So 5.7 on IMDb, not greatest review. I do kind of like, at least with the first one, how they're starting to, they incorporate the what's happening, the social media aspect in the scary movies. If you saw the first one, you know what that means, and I think they're trying to do something similar here. So at least that's an interesting concept. Hour and 32 minutes. We'll see what it's really about. I'll check back in. I'll try and be brief and let you know how it's going. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Unfriended, Dark Web. And there's no check-ins tonight, but for a different reason than normally that happens with me. Normally, the movie's so bad that I have no reason to stop it. To be honest with you, I was watching it, and I was intrigued by the plot and by what everything was going on, and we'll talk a little bit more about that very quickly. And I realized, oh, I didn't check in. And so I looked, like I said in the beginning, it's only in a half hour. I was already an hour through the film before it dawned on me that I should check in. I was interested. I liked it. It's not a horror film. I think they have it labeled as a horror film. It's more of a thriller than a horror film, and it's really not like the first one. So if you've seen the first one, you know it's all based on supernatural. You know, the way that movie's filmed and the horror behind that. This is not. This is more real, I would say. There's no supernatural ghost or anything like that. No spoiler alert or anything like that. It really has to do with the dark web and people who do underground things. So if you ever heard of Silk Road, it's even mentioned in here, and things like that people do on the dark web. That's what this is more about. So and it's all taking place to the laptop. So computer screen storytelling. Matthias, I think. He is the main character. I don't know any of the actors in it. He's the main character, and it's all seen through his eyes, looking at his laptop screen, and how he's interacting with, his girlfriend, his other friends, between Facebook and Skype, and things like that, and just regular chat, and it's all about that. So that makes it interesting. There are some other movies out there like that, but it adds a little wrinkle to everything, I think, and I found it interesting, like I had said already. But he has, the whole theory is he has this new laptop, and the laptop, as the plot says, the owner of the laptop's watching him. Well, he's more than just watching him. He wants the laptop back for certain reasons, and because of that, he's going to start doing things to him so that he can get that back. And I don't want to elaborate too much because that's part of the fun. Why is that happening? You know, he has a laptop. He wants it back. Why does he want it back? And what's he going to do in order to get that back? And it became. I thought it was. I liked that aspect of it. They brought in cryptocurrency. That was a piece of it in here as well. So again, bringing it up to date and referencing things that are going on in our real lives now. It was like, how are you going to play this out? They're all supposed to be friends. They get together for a game night on Skype. So, playing different games back and forth as they hang out, which I thought was neat. That's about what videos. And that's really what the whole movie, again, was about. The laptop, the friends getting together on Skype, and then this guy wanting it back, and what's he going to do to make that happen. And I thought they used a lot of cool internet technology, and I'm sure some of it's a little ridiculous, but the way that they did it in order for them to comply with what he wanted or to make different things happen, he had to hack, essentially, computers and stuff like that. There was some thing where you get into it a little bit, and is it one person, is it multiple people, when it got into that, I mean, at first when it was there, when it would, initially, I'm trying to talk without rooting it for. Initially, I thought that part was interesting, but then you'll see it little blurs the lines a little bit later, and then it's like, you know, you don't like it so much. So I'm gonna knock it down to a 7. Again, hard for me to say without ruining anything for you, because I really don't. I think it's worth watching. I don't like the ending. You know, what they do, it's kind of silly. The final, not the final ending, but Matthias's ending, I'd say, like what happens with him. I thought that was, they did such a good job with everything else. I thought they could have done that just slightly better, right there. But overall, I thought it was great. I thought it was creative. I like, again, how they used current events to make this movie, and I liked how it was told to the computer screen. And it's original, and with a bunch of actors that I don't know, and I think it's worth watching. If you're into that kind of thing, this might be a movie for you. Check it out. I hope I didn't say 7. I have to give it a 6. I'd probably give it a 7 if I gave 7s. It's not an 8 because of the pieces that I mentioned. And I think you'll see what I mean when you watch it. I encourage you to watch it. Check it out. I think it's worth watching. Anyway, sorry, I'm repeating myself. It's hard when there's so much in the movie that you don't want to spoil for you. That's how interesting it is, because anything I say, I don't want it to ruin your time of watching the movie. So it's hard for me to speak on this one. All I can say is go watch it and then comment and see if I made it worth your while. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Try to be brief. Kimmel's Irish Pub.